The quick basics of flint knapping. If you're looking for a really quick and concise video on the basic things that you need to know about flint knapping, then this one's for you. If you're looking for a far more detailed walkthrough, I recommend this video, Flint Knapping for Beginners, and that's going to take you into a much deeper dive. But this video is just going to show you the basics to see, is flint knapping something that you're interested in trying out, or maybe you're just doing a little research project. Either way, this video is going to answer all those questions right now. Let's start with the rocks. So the rocks that you're going to be wanting to flint knap are ones that are cryptocrystalline, really high in silica. So flints, jaspers, agates, you see how it's relatively smooth in here. Then also obsidian, which is volcanic glass. Anything that is really smooth and glass-like is what you're looking for. Those grainy, tough rocks, not so much. This stuff right here is what you flint knap. Now let's talk about knapping tools. There's two different directions or camps that we can go with this. You can go back to the old original, this is the way that it was done in prehistoric times with hammer stones, antler billets, and antler tines. Or we can go the more modern route, which is copper tipped and lead filled tools, and these remove rock easier than the primitive tools. So a lot of beginners start with the more modern copper tools. They just simply grab the stone better and they remove better flakes. But either way that you want to go, we've got you covered. All right, the first step is spalling, where we're either going to use a large hammer stone or a copper hammer to break manageable sized pieces off of a core of rock. The next step is percussion, and for that we're going to use either a smaller hammer stone, an antler billet, preferably made out of very dense antler like moose or axis or even whitetail, really close to the skull, so the densest part of the antler is better. Or we can use the modern copper bopper, which is filled with lead, and like I said, a little bit easier to go this direction, but these work really well in their own circumstances as well. Now this next step is actually one that can be skipped, but it will make you a better napper, and that is after percussion you switch into indirect percussion, in which you can either use a modern tool like an indirect percussion stick tipped with copper, or you can use a large antler tine, and that is going to be struck. Either one of these is going to be held and then struck with a wooden mallet to remove flakes. A little bit more precise than percussion, but with more force than our next step, which is pressure flaking. In pressure flaking, we're going to be either using a copper tipped flaker or a deer antler tine. These are going to be used to grab the edge and take small chips off to further refine the piece that you're working on. Notching and sharpening is going to be the final step, and that's going to be done with either a very fine antler tine or what I call a micro flaker. And so this will get in there really tight to where you can remove those notches or sharpen the edge of the point. All right, I hope that answered your quick flint knapping questions. And if you do want to dive in a lot deeper, then I again recommend this video, Flint Knapping for Beginners. It's a long sit down work through and I explain things really well. And this video has helped a lot of people become great flint knappers very quickly. And also if you're looking for tools or rock, anything you need to get started, we can get you going at huntprimitive.com.